What's going on, everyone? Alex from Detroit Speed back again with Kyle Tucker. So this year at the PPG Nationals, Kyle was chosen to pick the top 10 in Builder's Choice. So we're gonna do a quick walk around, talk about some of the cars he chose and why he chose them. So now we'll turn it over. What do we have here first?
Yeah, you know, one of my favorites and one of my heroes in this industry is Bobby Alloway. They brought this black 56 Chevy with big block, Alloway style stance, big wheels in the back, and just perfect everywhere for a 56 Chevy. This thing pounds the ground when he starts it. Belongs to Gary Brown, and just one of my favorites. Again, how Bobby always and his crew sets the car down on the wheels, you know, and the stance, the bigs and the littles, and leaves a little bit of trim and arrow straight on the black. It's just one of my favorites, you know, to be able to see that it's kind of the cheapy 150 style, but to leave the interior, and it just gives you that American graffiti vibe, you know, when you ride by this car.
Yeah,
so.
And Bobby's known for painting cars black, and he did a fantastic job on this. And you told me it makes 1,200 horsepower. So
it's big power, and you guys should hear it. It's really cool. And Bobby always jokes this is brown number 9 is the PPG color, I think, but it's always black when it's Alloway style.
Oh yeah.
And really cool 39 Buick. This one is really nicely done. I've loved 39 Buicks for a while, and the grille is unique to a 39 Buick, and just it's a fancy car, you know. I mean, it's a cruiser, and Danny and Larry over at Precision Rods in the Cleveland area brought this car. It's fresh. It has stainless underbody panels on it. The owner is going to drive the car a lot. It has a receiver hitch in it, so just a really lot of cool little features to it, and just tastefully done. There's a lot of car here and a lot of comfort inside, and if you could only smell what the camera can smell and see right now, you would like the interior. But
yeah, fresh leather smell.
It's just a really nicely done car. Like I said, it's a beautiful color, the dark metallic blue with the kind of the chocolate brown, and I just love it the way it sits, and the guys at Precision do a great job, and guarantee it rides right and it drives right. So
yeah, perfect. You can't beat that combination.
They did a great job. And
let's get over here. I know you picked this one too, right?
I did. You know, I've got a lot of influence because I grew up, my dad loved hot rods and grew up in this industry loving hot rods, even though we make our living on muscle cars. And this little Model T Roadster is really neat, and a great story from John Hall and Paul Bailey and their association with Washtenaw Community College up in Michigan. I'm actually somebody that went to their welding school at night and took some classes and really believe in what they're doing, and the kids had a big involvement in this car build and used one of the shadow rod bodies. And John and Paul are both really big supporters trying to get young guys and young people into our industry, and I love that too. So
this car was actually a lot of students helped build this car?
They did, yeah. It's got electric steering and a lot of really cool features on the car that, you know, at first glance you wouldn't pick up on. But like I said, John and Paul do a great job with pulling things like this together and being involved with the community college there in Washtenaw. I was all in when I saw this, and it sits right. There's no excuses. It sits right. The wheels are right. Tire combination, and beautiful.
And the color on those wheels too. I mean, I love kind of like that bronze and copper tone, and when you put it on red, it just makes it pop. So
no, it does. Again, cool Model T, stretched out a little bit with the shadow rods body, a deuce grill shell, and the big headlights. It's hard to go wrong. What's cool is to have the kids, young kids, involved in a traditional hot rod build like this. It's really cool.
Nice. So what's next? What else did I think this C10?
Yeah, this C10 is really cool from the guys at Creative Rods and Roadster Shop Chassis. You know, modern power plant, but just really tastefully done. When you look at this truck and you look at the edges, you look at the gaps, I mean, there's really no detail that they haven't touched. And they debuted it at SEMA last year, I think, and it was in the HRI banquet, and had a lot of coverage. And it's a newer shop, and the guys are really cranking out some neat things. And you know, the C10 market's really hot right now. So anyway, I walked up to it. The color's right, the stance is right, and it's built to be driven. So a lot of really cool little features on it. Even nosing the roof line down a little bit to get it to sit right. Handmade dash to kind of mimic the late model Camaros, and just a lot of little cool features in it. I even love the treatment in the bed where they did, you know, kind of the outdoor rubber treatment that you'll see. And
oh, that's pretty neat. I didn't even notice that.
Tastefully done all the way through. So hand it to the guys, and again, a lot of neat little touches on the truck, and perfect color combination. And like I said, it's good to go. So you'll see a lot more from those guys.
Cool.
another cool car here. There's so many cool cars here at Columbus, and especially in the winter circle on Sunday morning. But this is a cool car that came out too, this Pontiac convertible. The Roadster Shop also had 10 Builder's Choice picks, and got one of their picks, but I just wanted to point it out because it's a really neat car. 56 Pontiac convertible. A lot of car there.
Yep. And like Kyle said, Roadster Shop also had 10 picks, so I know they were kind of battling back and forth. They were picking the same cars, so they had to kind of give and take, like, okay, you guys take that one, we'll take this one. So they picked Larry's Boss 302 here. So this is the same, you know, the 70 Boss 302. We just unveiled the Larry this weekend, and it was funny because Dustin said he was with Larry when they came over and put it on there, and he's like, hey, what's that? And we're like, oh, that's Builder's Choice. You know, Roadster Shop picked your car. You won an award. He's like, so what does that mean? Like, oh, well, you got a trophy. You know, you won something. So
anytime you see a sticker on the driver's headlight at Goodguys, that's a good weekend. So.
Oh yeah, it's a great weekend. So Larry was pretty stoked on that, and you know, definitely thank you to Roadster Shop for picking that car. So let's
first time out, it was neat. The Roadster Shop picked it. So
yeah, definitely. So speaking of Roadster Shop.
Yeah, check out this Pontiac that they just finished. I mean, a lot of car on one of their chassis. I mean, these guys are right on the cutting edge. They have been for a while, but that's a lot of car, and super straight panels. And I wish you could see it in person to see the scale of it and see the detail and the fit and finish on it. So when I walked up on the car as a builder in a build shop, you can appreciate what it takes to just put that much and this much right into this level of car. So hand it to the guys to put this together, and Barry's a good customer of theirs with this 65, and again, it's all Pontiac down to the 8-lug wheels and everything. It's really cool.
So it looks like a Pontiac, but the one thing I noticed, Mercury Marine 4-cam.
Exactly.
So that's a lot of motor, and I'm sure it sounds amazing. So I mean, they're built for boats. So these guys are sticking them in cars, and I'm sure they have, you know, a huge RPM range and sound amazing, and they look amazing. So it's a pretty neat build, and you know, like you said, these guys they're on the cutting edge, and you know, they do some pretty amazing stuff. So
it's a perfect combination. I mean, huge engine compartment, put that engine in and that unique engine and make it look Pontiac colors right on that. So
yeah, it's pretty neat.
Super cool Fairlane with a soak motor in it. Roadster Shop guys picked that. And again, it was on both of our lists, so we were duplicating here a little bit.
Yeah, I think you also picked
Ryan
Corrick's truck
Ryan
too.
Corrick's truck, yeah. Super cool truck. Ryan came out with this, and you guys know Ryan out in the Pennsylvania area, known for his body and paint work, and I mean, the guy he's a stud when it comes to body and paint work, and this truck and the paint that's involved in it, Ryan and his guys just knocked it out of the park, and it's been my favorite this year. Anywhere where we see it, it seems like I find something new every time I look at it.
Yeah.
If you get to see this truck some weekend in person, definitely check it out.
Yeah, and that blue, I mean, that is a gorgeous shade of blue.
Oh, it is. They do an awesome job, and the truck's been out a lot this year, several shows, and still looks immaculate. So they do a great job with it over Ryan and his guys.
Awesome job.
Yeah, it's hard to cover everything here. There's so many cool things.
I know. That's always the difficult part.
Yeah, Greg Weld's truck, you know, that they have here, the 44, and special weekend for all of us in this truck, and his daughter Adrian. And, it was on definitely both of our lists, Roadster Shop and one of my picks, and just glad it's sitting here too this weekend. And it's been on the road. It's been on a Goodguys road tour, and really special that it got a pick this weekend and sitting here in the front row. It means a lot to all of us. And, and you know what's been going on with Greg. So
and I was
family well. And
and I was talking to Adrian as well, and she said there's 8,000 miles they put on this since September, and she's going to take it on the road tour as well in Greg's memory. So definitely a great truck to have in Builder's Choice. And you know, like you said, is both you and Roadster Shop wanted to pick this one. So regardless of who picks it, just the fact that it's here, and you know, it's a great truck, and Greg was a great guy, so we're happy to call him a friend.
Greg would like it out in the wind on the highway, and that's what they're doing.
Exactly.
Yep. That's the best thing.
Exactly. So yeah, gorgeous truck.
It is. Built by Bill Chapman and his group down in Texas, and awesome stuff coming out of that shop too.
Definitely.
And our buddies out from North Carolina, Eddie Vinoy and his crew, Eddie Black and Julio actually, and Eric Gilly built this truck close friends, but at the same time, just an awesome truck that they put together. You can see the cross ram intake on that LS, and just super cool details with the brushed bumpers and the perfect silver, all the neat little fasteners, a lot of detail on this truck, how they did it, and it just never stops as you keep looking at it from the interior all the way through the truck. It's really consistent with what they did with it, and really one of the first full builds that they did, and knocked it out of the park. It's in the finals for the late truck of the year here at Goodguys, so a big year for it coming forward, I think.
Yeah, and that's like that's the trend I've been picking up with everything you've been picking. It's just every build, you can just keep looking at it. There's always something else. I mean, the bed on this thing is amazing too. Just things you wouldn't think of. It's great.
Lots of details. Like I said, these things, you can keep looking at them, like you said, and keep coming up with new things that you appreciate and you didn't catch maybe the first time. And speaking of, Kindig's here with this awesome Mercedes Gullwing, and again, Roaster Shop and I both picked it, and it was on our list. But how can you go wrong if you're a car guy? Hot rod, muscle cars, whatever. That is a cool car. And nicely done all the way through. Right.
And Dave Kindig, I mean, he's a great guy. He's got a great crew. They use our products a lot on their builds as well, and this is just something. It's just over the top. Just the fact that he took took this platform and put an LS in it and put it on a different chassis, and now it's just over the top.
Color combination and paddle shift, and like I said, it's got all the boxes checked. Runs great, big power, and I love it. I could sit and look at this thing all day long.
Right, and it doesn't look like an LS either.
No,
it's just. It's crazy.
The cross ram and how they did the ductwork, cold air ductwork, and just quality hours in every part.
Yeah, and like the throttle linkage on it, I mean, it's incredible. It takes a lot to do something like that, and the interior is beautiful.
Yeah, down to the stowaway luggage, red leather wrapped, and it's a treat to see in person. It really is.
Yeah, they did a fantastic job on it. I remember when I first saw it in SEMA, I mean, my jaw was on the floor for a while. It was pretty cool.
It is cool. Yeah, another one of our picks, this white 69 Camaro. Really cool ideas in it, and color scheme. Has all of our parts under it, front and rear, subframe to the quadrillink, and fuel injected big block, and just really cool details, as you look at the inner fender and the carbon inner fenders and how they extended the outer fenders. Just a lot of neat ideas, and we've built a lot of Camaros, and I picked up on some of this and thought, wow, that's a great idea, and why didn't we think of doing some of that?
Yeah, exactly.
Earlier?
So get a little bit of inspiration from it as well.
That's what's cool about this industry. There's no right or wrong answers, and people can bring out their builds and show what they do, and everybody learns from it.
Right. Beautiful car for sure. Yeah. I mean, you can't beat a 69 Camaro. That's kind of been the big theme of the weekend, especially having the summer of 69 exhibit. So yeah, you at least have to have one in there.
Goodguys has done a great job celebrating the summer of the 69 with the building we've been in and talked to the Camaros, and here's another award winner out here and fresh car. It's nicely done.
Definitely. If you guys haven't seen those summer of 69 videos as well, I'll put the links to those in the description so you guys can check them out. It's about an hour's worth of content. We just walked through and checked out all of the cars in there. So like I said, link in the description, check those out. So we'll keep moving along here.
Yeah, one of my favorites, again, both on our list, is Doyle Thomas's 57 Ford. Awesome job by Rudder's Rod Shop, and color combination, he nailed it. It's the late vintage moonshine runner look, and just a super cool car. So I wanted to be able to give a shout out to Rudders and Doyle for a nice job too.
Definitely, and the color combination too. I mean, that obviously you have that super deep black, but just the fact that they use this, I think it's like Nardo gray.
Yeah.
It's very common on a lot of late model vehicles, but you're seeing it more and more, and it fits. So I actually saw Ted, they used to work for us over in the paint body shop. He said the price of gray is going up now. So I mean, if you look at all the different cars that are gray around here, I mean, it's a common color that everyone's using, but it looks good on everything I've seen it on.
My favorite three colors are black, gray, and chrome, and Doyle and Kevin got it right on this one. So
yeah, definitely.
Speaking of a traditional hot rod, I mean, a Model A with a deuce grill shell and an Arden headed engine. I mean, this is pure hot rod. You can almost see the dirt coming off the tires at El Mirage or something.
Yes, yeah, really, perfect.
Really nicely done. It was a contender for the Amber Award earlier this year. And it's just, if you get old hot rods and hot rod roadsters, these guys did it right. Ray Enos and everybody had a hand in it. Tastefully done. true hot rod, traditional parts, and the go fast goodies of the day.
Yeah.
So it gives me goosebumps talking about something like this and seeing it amongst the mix of everything here at Goodguys. And
Right.
that's what's cool about it. There's something here for everybody, and whether you're a builder, a fan, or somebody that just likes cars, it's something here for everybody.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Really cool turnout and a lot of quality stuff here on Sunday morning.
Yeah, awesome. So that pretty much wraps up all the cars that Kyle chose, and the Roadster Shop as well. I mean, like you said, shared some picks, so we both had the same idea of what cars they wanted to see in Builder's Choice. So those are the cars we picked, and thank you guys for watching. If you like videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So that's pretty much it. We'll keep rocking along on Sunday, and we'll be headed home soon. So thank you guys.
Thanks for coming along, guys.